Aburu, Aboye, Aboshishe, Ekuoshe, Oya, Oshe, Shango, Aiku Lola. Can you please open up?
Baba, I can sorry, I can recite any Odu or what should I do first, Baba?
The opening. You know the opening. I know you know the opening. Please keep your microphones muted. We streaming on YouTube.
Ella Ruwa. Ella Ruwa. Ella Ruwa. Arumala Korowa. Arumala Korowa. Arumala Korowa. Chubambe ni. Chubambe ni Oko. Owusi Korowa. Chubambe ni
Guruma.
Duruma. Owusi Korowa. Chubambe ni Iranran. Ibiti. Ojumolumowa. Sili aye Korowa. Iba Olodumare. Iba Baba. Iba Yeye. Iba Oluwo.
Share.
Iba Ojubona. Help me, Baba.
Egbe.
Iba Egbe. Iba Egungun.
Egun.
Iba Egun.
Iba Iyami.
Iba Iyami.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Ashe. Ejiogbe. Iwajuo. Lopam BT Racy. Dearfon Aruma. Ifa Sawo Losi Ifel Soto. Ebo Niwaniko. Wase. Nje Ka Sotito. Ka Sododo. Agbato Sotito. Nimalambe. So, may we always be the truthful. May we always be able to, honest. It is those who are honest and truthful that are supported by their deities. We remember truthfulness and honesty. Right now, we're going to give E5 this Obi, and then we're going to get into it. I hope everybody is doing well. Oshe Tura. Tiny defeated Tubu. The strike chameleon is not big enough to be used as headgear. Had it been enough to be used as headgear, I'd taken it home and adorned my head with it. E5's declaration to Aurella when going on a spiritual mission to Ijebu land. We call on the locust bean seller and pay her money. We call on the salt seller and make her rich. We call on Aurella with respect in Ijebu land. O'Shea, Aurella is a good owl. So, pray. Word off death, cases, controversy, fights, litigation, arguments, witchcraft, sorcery, all I will bring long life, peace of mind, contentment, elevation, success, prosperity, victory over adversary, peace of mind, contentment, all the Ray Ashe, to Iliad, Ding Bay. God strength support us all, Ashe. Support us with long life, support us with good spouse, support us with plenty for children, support us with victory over adversary, support us with 7-figure income, support us with success and elevation, support us with all Ira Ashe. Peace of mind, contentment, elevation, success, prosperity. Kusi Ku, Kusi Aron, Kusi Epe, Kusi Ofo. Fine. Are there any messages at this time? Jeffy, message of you ready? Okan. We need to maintain EY. If I need to receive something at this time. OT. Jeffy. Cho is one who can drink. Ireti is one who can buy. E5 cast for Ronnie San who will drink the liquor success. The owl drinks the liquor success and becomes wealthy.
A dog. Nope. A cat. Nope. Elephant. Nope.
Is it a message of you ready? EY. Ashe. It's E5 cell Obi for EY. Obi Omi. Cool piece of water. You drink water, the rubber budget taste get to the water, power budget taste get to heaven. It's very demanding. E5 decorated to a room. Take along with 2 kills his wife is abomination and taboo and E5, a rare law will never allow only 2 to die, cheat death. Allow me 2 in death that entered to a covenant. Kusi Ku, Kusi Aron, Kusi Ofo, Kusi Epe, Kusi Ofo, Iraiku. My Obi giving me challenges. Kusi Ku, Kusi Aron, Kusi Ofo, Kusi Epe, Iraiku, Babawa, If I see you ready in the next 5 days. Fefe, Iraiku. Iraiku. Iraiku is the five except Obi at this time. Obi Oti. No. Obi Omi. Taiwan. So please give Ifa cool water. Word of death, cases, controversy, fights, litigation, arguments, witchcraft, sorcery, all I hear will bring long life, peace of mind, contentment, elevation, success, prosperity, victory over adversary, peace of mind, contentment. All Ire Ashe. Iwa, right? Balance takes us into longevity. So if I ask for water, right? And so it's kind of on the topic of what we want to discuss today. Water has no enemy. Water has no enemy. So we remember, right, from Ejiogbe, we remember that Orunmila traveled around with the 16 principal Odu and Oshe Tura, which is the number what? 17. So there are times when Oshe Tura comes before Ogbeyeku, right? We remember that one as well, right? Ogbeyeku was the one who arranged or came up with the system of arranging the seniority of the Odu. It's in Odu Ogbeyeku. So, but in Eji Ogbe, Orunmila was traveling around with the 16 principal Odu and Oshe Tura. What is Oshe Tura associated with? Water. Oshe Tura is associated with water. Ocean. There's other things that is associated with cowrie divination. But in Oshe Tura is a story of Oshun leaving Aye, going to a room and taking all the water with her. So in Oshe Tura, we can see how the Odus kind of like correlate with each other, how we can get one sentiment or use or application of the thing, Omi, and we can see how it was used in other places when it went to rectify some of the issues that were happening in Ejiogbe or described in Ejiogbe. When people didn't necessarily keep their word, they didn't follow their taboos. They offered the Ebo, but they didn't keep their word after the Ebo and following the taboos. That Orunmila sent Ejiogbe through a Fumeji, Epa Odu, and Oshe Tura ba te. To go and collect all the blessings that have been previously given to people. So today, those things support us in Owarren, Olobara, let's see if I can get back there. Let me see. Can everyone see that? Yes, this is the Yoruba. So let's recite the verse. If everyone would repeat after me. O wondering, Olobara,
Oh, wondering, Olobara,
O wondering, Palaba, Ipabo,
oh, wondering, Palaba, Ipabo,
Adifa Fun, Oluweri,
Adifa Fun, Oluweri,
Timbe Larin Ota,
Timbe Larin Ota,
Ebony Wani Kose,
Ebony Monikose,
Osi Bebo, Nibe Orubo,
Osi Bebo, Nibe Orubo,
Nje,
Nje,
Enikanki, Bomi Sote,
Enikanki, Bomi Sote,
Enikanki, Bomi Sota,
Enikanki, Bomi Sota,
Ashe.
Ashe.
So, O wondering, Palaba Ipabo. So, it is the thing that moves, the thing that moves. It moves a lot. Please keep your microphones muted. This was the one who cast E5 for Oluweri, Adifa Fun, Oluweri. So there's a little discussion about Oluweri. We understand it here to mean Oshun, the owner of the river, the essence of the water. There's different ways or different ways to express the sentiment behind this phrase, but we're going to take it to mean Oshun. So when we see Oluweri, we will associate it with Oshun. Timbe Larin Ota, when she was in the midst of enemies, really kind of like with. Ebony Wani Ko said they advised her to offer a bow. Osi bebo nibe orubo. She hear about it, bo. She offer a bo on the spot. Immediately. And Jay, now. Everyone is envious of the water. I'm sorry. Everyone is not envious. You cannot be envious of the water. You cannot be, or no one can be, the enemy of the water. What's some of the things that water represent? Aikulola, what does Omi represent to us?
Akboto Baba, I would say water Omi can represent coolness, like a calm, like a level-headedness in our behavior or in our actions.
Ashe. Adiola, Aboroboye, what is something that water represents to us?
Obato Baba, water would represent longevity.
Ashe. Ifakunle, Aboroboye,
Too.
what is something water represents to us? Could represent.
Cleansing and can't be stopped. There's nothing to stop water.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Ashe. Ogundeji.
I'm not sure the word I'm looking for, but I know water can take the shape of anything that's in. So I guess you can say, I don't want to say malleable. I don't want to say it's malleable because it's not metal. But you get what I'm saying, right?
It changes its shape. Ashe.
I should say.
All those are correct. There's probably 1,000 more. There's probably 1,000 more examples or uses of Omi. This verse kind of like helps us to think about those things a little bit more. Right? What exists inside the body exists outside the body. Ifa requested Omi and coolness, right? So of course we know it can mean coolness. We know it can give life. We know that it can take on any shape. To understand why Ifa tells us or refers to Oshun or refers to the water first in the verse is Oluweri. Anything that has water in it. Everything has water in it. The owner of the water or the essence of water. So anywhere there's the essence of water, this energy is present. It allows us a certain understanding about how to use the energy. What many applications does this energy have? Does water's essence have? We add it when we want to give long life. We add it when we want to give coolness. We add it when we want to give longevity. We add it when we do all these different things, but how we add it to our own life. We can physically do it to anything, right? We drink water, we use water in cooking, we bathe in it, we wash our clothes in it. right? It's even in our cars. It's in the ground, right? It's in the ground that we walk on. It's everywhere. Oshay Torah tells us about the absence of water. It's much more challenging to go against the current than to go with it. What opportunities is it bringing when it removes, Ifakunle said it, when it removes things from our life? Are we giving water, right? Are we giving water to remove things? Like we just finished with, or we're in the midst of completing some of the stuff with Owarren and Wesse. We're using the water again. So now there's another, we get to see how water helps us to overcome challenges. It said in the midst of enemies, Timbe Lari Ota. How does water help us to overcome enemies? By removing, cleansing. Also bringing, right? Because the Okoshe soap and those different things, right? Even the river water itself has an energy with it. It brings opportunity. We don't call on the river to bring us challenges. We call on the energy to bring blessing. The verse further tells us that because of the things that we have going on, you know, sometimes people feel a certain way. We should feel a certain way. We should be cool. We should be cool. No one can quarrel with water. No one can be the enemy of water. As long as we cool, right? As long as we taking on those types of attributes, those we're trying to personify coolness. It's the coolness that we have that will remove the challenges. It's the coolness that we have that will bring the blessing. And Oshay Torah talk about how the world was being created without water. It quite literally wasn't. It supports this verse. Even if we use an analogy, we use it as coolness. Without coolness, nothing can grow. It can't be constructed. To help things cool, we need water, literally. To help things solidify, it's water. Water comes into the world moving because the molecules stick together. It comes out of nowhere almost. As long as we cool-headed, we're embodying this coolness with water, right? There's balance. There's a steady flow. There's things that we getting rid of, you know, new things are coming. The energy's just right. The river's not overflowing its banks. The coolness is, you're not being too cool. You can be too cool sometimes that it becomes harmful or not cool enough. It is the coolness that water brings that helps us to have longevity. So everybody clear on Oluwedi? Ashe. So the phrase that we're gonna try to remember, right, is any kanki bomi sota. Any kanki bomi sota. Any kanki ba omi siota. Everybody repeat after me, those who can. Any kanki
Any
Any
kanki
kanki
Any kind of tea.
bomi
Bomi.
bomi
Okay.
sota.
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 Any kanki
any
Any
kanki
kanki
Kind of tea.
bomi sota.
bomi
bomi
Homie
sota.
Sota.
Any kanki
Any
Any
kanki.
Any kind
kanki
of tea.
bomi sota.
Bomi.
bomi
Homie
sota.
Sota.
Ashe.
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 Water has no enemy. So please make sure that we have water. Right? How do we use this? By anyone who comes to us, we offer them water. It's a simple way to keep the energy. It's a very simple way to keep the energy, right? Having water around. You might say, oh, it's salt water, you know, it's fine too. Oh, it's water in the dish, it's not moving. It's okay, because we understand the ocean is the essence of all water, or the essence of water, the owner of water. So when we give the water, right, if it's accepted, the person can't be our enemy. Ashe. We won't face challenges from the people that we give water to. It tells us in Awarren Olobara, it talks about envy or jealousy and just being, you know, being a hater. How do we stop people from being a hater? Give them some water. This is how we work Ifa. It's the intention behind the thing, the understanding and the knowledge that we have behind the things that we do. Sometimes we may be in the midst of enemies. Sometimes we may even be having challenges with friends or family or whatever, right? Spouse, children, co-workers. The Ifa reminds us about coolness and that we can offer water into that situation. Like we want to bring all types of energy into our relationships, right? Right? We do. It's certain energies that we don't want to bring into our relationships. And I'm not just talking about, I'm talking about all relationships, anytime we're dealing with anybody. We introduce all types of energy into the relationship. Why we can't introduce this energy into the relationship? To help bring peace, to help bring coolness. So the part of the thing is about doing things from the inside out. We pray over everything. We pray over everything. Even the water that we drink, even the water that we give to other people, for peace, for progress. So we should all keep water. Ashe. Questions, concerns, comments? Anyone?